Hey guys, in this video we're gonna learn how to make a sticky card section interaction in Frame. Let's get started. Let's click on a frame. Let's create a frame by pressing the F icon and dragging it across the canvas. Now our frame is created. Let's give it some fixed height. Clicking on the frame and then give it 100% and then the height to 100%. And then a frame is created. Let's click on desktop and then click on layout. It is selected for me by default. I have selected this by default, but it is not going to be available for you. Let's click on plus and then it gets selected, and then let's click on this frame and then I'm going to name this as image from frame and then give it some images. I'm going to click on the image and go to fill, click on the fill and click on the last option. It shows image and select an image from Unsplash. This looks fine. And then image is selected. Let's wrap this image around the stack. I'm going to right click and press stack, and then I'm going to name this as card 01 because this is the first card for me. And then I'm going to change the width to fill and height to 100 viewport height, and then everything is nice and cool. Let's click on layout section. Layout section is already here by default. Viewport height, and then I'm going to click on this image and give it some radius to make it more smoother. I'm going to select this from 12 to 16. That looks really nice. And then I'm going to replicate these sections. I'm going to press Ctrl D on card 1 and then card 2 select. I'm going to do it 4 times. So four cards are created. Let's change the name from card 1 to card 2 and this to card 3. And this to card 4. Yeah, everything is nice and smooth. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we have missed some amount of padding. Let's give it some 60 pixel padding on all sides. Let's select all the rest of the cards and then give it some 60 pixel padding, and then everything looks really nice. In order to make this card interaction make sticky position, let's click on all the cards and then change the position from type relative to type sticky, and then let's increase the height of this from 77 to 100 viewport height, yeah, to make it more even. And then let's see what happens when we preview this icon. You can see nothing really happens. This is because in order to make the sticky position to work, you have to set the parent element overflow property to visible instead of hidden. It is already visible for me. Let's see what happens. This is set to sticky, this is set to sticky, this is set to sticky, and this is set to sticky. And why it is not really working out for us. That is because the desktop element is not really at auto position, it is fixed. Let's change these things and then let's preview this in action. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah, it goes smoothly. In order to make this distinguishable from each other, let's click on the images and change the image from one to another. Let's click on this, and for this let's change the image to something like this. Let's click on this and change the image to what we need to set. Let's click on this image. Now all 4 have different images. Let's click on preview and then increase the size of the frame, and then you can see the cards are really stacked up for each other. Let's click on this image and then let's try to make these sections overlap one on top of each other. How to do those things? We have to increase the top position from 0 to let's say 20 pixels, and then for the card 2 let's increase the size from 20 to 40 pixels, and then for card 3 let's increase the size from 60, and for card 4 let's increase the top position to 80, and then let's see what happens. Yeah, I have previewed it, and I'm going to press the scroll, and then you can see everything is scrolled up except the final one. Why this is not working? Because the card sections doesn't have space to begin with, to end with. So what we'll do is we'll just right click right here and click on add stack, and a stack is created for all the 4 sections. Let's call this as card, section. And then set the overflow for this to visible instead of hidden, because the sticky position doesn't work if the parent element is overflow is set to hidden. And then let's increase the size of this auto, height of this element, the main card section from auto to something like this, and then increase the size to like 4000. And then change the stack label position from distribute center to start. Everything goes according to the start position. Yeah, it looks really nice. And for the sake of simplicity, let's add some sections. Let's create this and drag this across the frame. Header is created. Let's click on another section on beneath this element, and then let's click on this and place it right here. And then I'm going to move this to the back. So the header section is placed on top of the card section, and contact is placed on the bottom of the section. Let's see what happens. Let's click on preview element, and then I'm going to try here, and then the first element, the second, the third, the fourth, and then it just waits for some amount of time, and then it goes to the contact section. Yeah, this looks really nice, but I wanted to make this even more better. Let's click on the card section. Let's select all the 4 cards. No. Select the card one, and I'm going to delete this top position from these sticky position sections. Let's make this to 0, and then I'm going to make this as an interactable section. For that, in order to work, let's click on the card section and select the FX, and then I'm going to press on scroll transform for the card one. It is going to be, the trigger is going to be section in view, and then the viewport is going to be bottom, and I have to specify some amount of card sections. In order to do that, we're going to have to go to the card one and click on the scroll section, and then I'm going to name it as card 1. And then for this, we're going to go to the scroll section and change the second card to card 02. And then we're going to have to name this for 3 and 4 as well. Let's click on card and scroll section and select this to name it to card 3. And then for the 4th element, we're going to select scroll section and name it as card 04. And yeah, now we're going to do this in action. Let's click on the FX and scroll transform, and then we can able to see all the name of the scroll sections are available right here. I'm going to select this from card 1 to card 2, and then from to and transition is also available for us. Let's change the opacity to 1 and scale to 1. I'm going to do the 2 animation for now. Let's change the scale from 0 to 0.7. So it just scales down to 0.7 when the second the second card section comes in view. So let's make this animation smoother. Let's click on spring animation, and I don't want to have this much amount of stiffness. Let's create to 160, and then decrease the damping to 40. And yeah, this is going to look nice. Let's click on preview and see what happens. Yeah, this is the animation that I need. When this card 2 section comes into view, the first one, the card 1 just scales down in size. So let's copy and paste this FX for all the other sections. We can't do those things right here. We're going to click on scroll transform, and then go to FX and then paste, and then change this section from card 2 to card 3, and then go to card 3, and we're going to do the same thing for this as well. I'm going to right click paste on FX, and then change the section from card 3 to card 4, and I'm now going to set this for the card 4 animation, and I'm going to set the card section to fit content, and let's see what happens. I'm going to press the preview icon, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to enlarge the screen. Let's scroll, and then first one goes out, the card section 2 goes out, the card section 3, and the card section 4, and then you'll be presented with the contact section. This is how easy it is to create a scroll section interaction in Frame. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.